So come on down, lift your hips up, place your sacrum on the block, and then, you know, if having your legs open is just not comfortable for you, even with or without supports, then just go ahead and bring your legs a little bit further out in front of you. So just find a comfortable place for yourself. And just allow your arms to rest. For the purpose of videoing, I'm going to turn this way. Place your right hand on your heart, your left hand on your abdomen, and start to breathe into the spaces. Start to fill up. And just let every breath be, you know, your guide into how deep you can actually move your body today, and where you need to back off, and where you can add a little bit extra spice. So try to fill up the space between your physical body, your torso body, and your hands. Which means you have to really expand the breath fully. And then maintain that full breath as you open the arms into a cactus position. Just let the arms full open, let it go. If, you know, having your feet here on the block or off the block is too excessive on your back for any reasons, just come out of it. Give yourself the permission. You don't have to do every single thing that's offered to you. Good morning, I think that's Maria, hi. And then just slowly, if you can do it without your hands, bring your legs back up to feet on the floor, knees up, and then let the knees knock in. Feels probably a little bit better for some of us. You can even go side to side a little bit. And if having your arms overhead makes this too excessive on your lower back. Good morning, everybody. So we're starting on a block, lowest part of our spine, but we're just about to get off of that. So if you don't have a block nearby, just, you know, start yourself in a quiet position for you. And then I'll just ask everybody who came on to mute if you can. And if not, I can mute you. Let it go. Walk your feet back underneath you. Bring right knee into the chest. Stretch your left leg further out in front of you. Again, take the block out if it's too much. Now, as you join the right knee to your chest, draw a little bit more to the outside of your right rib cage. And then go ahead and relax the feet for right now. Good. Then make it a little bit more active as you stretch your left leg straight, pull the toes up, and the right leg, toes come up, and again, outside of your waistline. Straighten your right leg in the air. Hold your hands underneath your thigh. Flex and point through your foot. Try to keep your leg over your hip so that if it bends, it bends. Doesn't have to come all the way back to your face. Roll. Abby, is that you? And then bring your knee into your chest. Stretch both legs out in front of you. Release your arms back over your head for a moment. So you have a little bit of an arch in your back. And then go ahead and bend your right knee, place the foot on the floor, and bring your left knee into your chest. I'm just going to send somebody the link. So hang in there, guys. Bring your left knee towards your left side body. I will invite her. Let me invite. Copy invite link. Okay. And then take your right leg and stretch it all the way out. Let's see if I can get this to her. And then go ahead and let's get back to bending both knees to the chest. Good. All right, I'm coming back. Place your feet back on the floor. Elevate your hips. If you're on a block, move the block over to the side. And then bring the knees a little bit closer to your chest. And then rock on your spine, side to side, make circles, whatever feels good to you. Just whatever you do on one side, make sure you do it on the other side. Just a couple moments of breath here. And then come all the way back. Begin to rock and roll on your spine, or just take your legs out to the side. And then come up, cross over. I'm going to actually bring my knees to the side and come up into your hands and knees. Inhale and exhale. Come onto your hands and knees, hands under shoulders, or maybe even a little bit in front. Arch your back, dip your belly, broaden your collarbones. Exhale, round and curl, chin to chest, tuck your tailbone from underneath you. Inhale, bring your collarbones forward, broaden them. Exhale, round and curl. So I always encourage you to take this practice for yourselves. Right? I give you offers, ideas, suggestions, and then you fill in the space with, I'm ready to go deeper today, or I need to back off today. So if you're more cat-cows, and as you take your cat-cows, maybe start to move your spine and hips forward and back, coming into a rounded spine, maybe dropping into we'll call it a little pretend upward dog. Nice release to the front of the hips though. And then you can take this into some circular motions here as well. So we'll be moving our body in many different directions today, as we always do. And then reverse if you're making circles. So again, just let your body be the guide in how deep you want to take it. And then push back to a child's pose. Stretch your arms out in front of you, push your hips back. Breathe across the shoulders, across the rib cage, across the hips. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Walk up onto your hands, your fingertips, and walk to your right side. Inhale, lengthen, and walk over to the other side. Oh, that feels good. Inhale back to your center point. Keep your arms outstretched. Inhale to hands and knees, tuck your toes, and find a soft, nice, easy downward facing dog. So soften your knees, widen your legs if that feels right. Shake out your head, yes and no. And when you're ready to settle, settle. No force. Inhale. And exhale. Rise up onto your toes, engage your quadricep muscles, pull your pelvic muscles up. Shift forward to a high plank position, look towards the top of your mat. Resist the earth, shoulders spread open, breathe. Oh, that's Karen. Hi, Karen, welcome back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just for fun, shift your weight into your left hand and left foot. You can lift up your right hand, you can try to lift up your right foot, but just make the weight heavier in the left side and then switch it to the right side. So a lot easier to lift just the hands, maybe the foot a little bit if you want. And then come back to center. Now find both sides evenly distributing the weight there. Inhale high on your tippy toes, bring your chest to your thighs, biceps by your ears. Keep your quadriceps engaged. As you once again shift to a high plank, lower your left knee underneath you, step your right foot between your hands. Use blocks if you'd like, underneath your hands. I like. Right knee over the ankle. Send your left knee back far enough that you're not sitting on it and you get a nice release into your front of your hips. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. So see now if you can send a little bit more weight into your right heel and pull the heel back towards you. So Maria, I don't know if you're frozen. Inhale, oh there you are, okay. Good. Now keep your left hand down. It's hard, you know, it's hard to tell sometimes on Zoom life whether we're frozen or we're just holding a pose, or even, you know, for me, if there's silence, if you lost me. Take your right hand to your hip, left hand stays on the floor block. Lift your belly away from your thigh, so make it, you know, a little bit higher, a little bit more space here before you lift the right arm up. Now we've got our right arm in the air, left arm down, the back foot is pressing down, top of the foot shin, and we're just sinking through our hips. Breathe in. Try to keep your right knee forward for the next few breaths. And then we're going to pull ourselves up. Inhale. Water wheel facing your right side. Right arm behind you, left arm out in front of you. Hug your right hip into the center point. Breathe in. And twist, exhale. Right hand moves down to the back of the calf, shin, thigh, or maybe even your hip, or a block if you have that. And breathe. Inhale. And exhale. One more. As you empty the breath, come back in. Back to water wheel, and then windmill your arms around. Place your right hand on the block for a moment. Take your left toes and turn them to the right. Bring your left arm up. Tuck your tailbone beneath you. It doesn't mean to arch your back, it just means to spin it so that your pelvis becomes a little bit more aligned. Look down and rise up, kind of like a warrior two. Breathe in, breathe out. So when I say tuck your tailbone under, I don't want you to scoop out your belly and have this Ed Grimley look, you know? If that makes any sense to anybody, I'd get a smile if it does. Inhale. Reverse this exhale. Lift out of your waistline and push your hips forward, or your right knee forward. Breathe. Good. Take your right hand on the inside of your right leg. Good. Take the left arm up one more time. Release it down. Turn your hips squared. One hand on either side. Straighten your front leg. Pull your right hip back. Inhale for length. And exhale to fold over. Good. Inhale, release. Tuck your toes underneath you. Downward facing dog, hips up. Walk one leg at a time. Shake out your head, yes or no. Rise up high on your tippy toes. Lower your heels. Inhale onto your tippy toes, shift forward to high plank. Lower your right knee to the earth, step your left foot in between your two hands, hands on floor block. Send your right leg back far enough that it's not underneath your hip directly, so you get a nice release. Lift yourself up and away from your thigh. Right hand on the inside, left hand to your hip. So find that length, so your ribs should not be really hovering or holding onto your thigh. And then perhaps the arm opens up. And then squeeze the hip to the center line. Give you a little bit more action. Breathing in, breathing out. Reach the arms up and down, away from each other, spinning your shoulders, chest, heart to the left side. Inhale, exhale, left hand inside left foot. Right foot turns to the side, right arm comes back up. Reach, reach, reach. Good, look down, come back to warrior two. I know I left something out. Ooh. Inhale, and exhale. Reverse. back up. Windmill your hands back around. Let's just go ahead and bring the left arm back, right arm forward. Yeah, there you go. Inhale, release the left hand down. Wherever it stays, it stays. And then exhale, bring it back down. Good. Tuck your back toes underneath you. Lift the knee up off the floor and find a downward facing dog. Walk your feet right and left. Move through your hands right and left. Shake out your head yes and no. Inhale on your toes, shift forward to a high plank. Look forward. Bend your elbows and or bend your knees halfway down. Roll through. Upward dog. Pull your heart center through. Downward dog. Inhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Exhale when you get to your feet. Bend your knees enough that you can just place your palms firmly on the floor. In front of your toes. So your weight shifts a little bit more over your heels. Into the balls of your feet. Let your head hang down. Yes, no, shake it out. Keep your chin to your chest. Press firmly through your legs and begin to press down so much that the upper body starts to rise. As you come all the way up, roll your shoulders back and around a couple of times. Stay here. Good. Open up your arms, stretch them over your head. Inhale. Exhale, open your arms shoulder height. Bend your knees, come halfway down. Bend your knees enough. Doesn't have to be a huge amount, but enough a little bit, a lot. Doesn't really matter. Left hand to the right ankle. Bend your left knee, right arm comes up. Belly is lifted off the thigh. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Inhale, return back. Center. Inhale. Exhale, right hand, left the ankle. Bend the right knee and left arm comes up. Inhale back to center. Use the strength of your body to push down and rise all the way up. Touch your palms in prayer. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Take a few steps to the top of your mat. Feet come closer together, or you can keep them further apart. It's your choice. Press down firmly through your feet. Roll your shoulders back. Open up your collarbones. Hi. Hi, Lee. Okay, good. I sent you the thing. Sorry it took so long for you. Open up your eyes. We're at the top of the mat in prayer, in mountain pose. And then inhale, stretch the arms all the way up. Exhale, fold all the way down, hands to floor, shins or blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step, step, high plank, pause. Shift your shoulders over your wrist. Choose to be on your knees or go halfway down with legs straight. Skip it or add bunches of push-ups. Heart lifts, downward dog, hips up in the air. Bring your feet a little bit closer to touching. Rise high up on your toes. Lift your right leg in the air. Open your right hip and lower your left heel. And then, just like we did earlier, put your weight into both arms, right arm and left arm, and then left heel. Breathe in, let your foot fall back behind you. And then turn your hips squared. Stay in dog as you bring your knee to your chest, round and curl. Shift forward, high plank, knee to nose. Right leg steps through. Option to be on your back knee is always there. Hands on blocks if you'd like. Remember, blocks are going to give you more space, so if you came to buy some space today, use your blocks. Left hand on the floor block, right hand to your hip, lengthen your spine as you twist. And then bring the arm up. Breathe. Now firm in your right hip. This is important for the next pose. Big toe presses down. You're really hugging tight, finding some stability here. As you inhale and look down to your right foot, exhale there. Inhale back up and find your water wheel pose. Pulling the right arm back, left arm forward, drawing your shoulders towards your right side of the mat. If you'd like to reverse it, reverse here. Push your hip forward. Good. Inhale, rewind and find warrior two. Left side. Right knee forward. Pull your back arm back. Front arm front. Breathe. So your back toes turn slightly forward, a couple degrees. You're not on train tracks, on tightrope. Breathe. So your legs can be as wide apart or as close as you need them to be. You always have the opportunity to adjust it. Good. Inhale, release your left arm, right arm comes up. Exhale, come back to warrior two. Inhale. Rewind your hands to the floor. Turn your back hip forward. Straighten your front leg. Let's keep it wide today, or for now. So walk your hands back on the blocks or on the floor. Lengthen your spine, inhale. And exhale, fold over your right shin. Head towards your shin. Pulling back the right hip and pressing left hip forward. Good, take another breath. Rebend your front knee. Hands to the earth. Exhale, bring the right foot back in the air, three-legged. Open up your hip. And then take your forepaws onto the floor. Choose to stay in dog or shift and take your push-ups, upward dog, and downward dog. Inhale, bring your left leg high in the sky, open your hip. Good, so whatever you're doing, opening up the hip, try to focus now on bringing your left arm with as much weight as your right arm carries. And then turn your hips square and stay in dog. Knee to chest, round and curl. And then shift forward to high plank, round and curl. Exhale, step your left foot through. Right hand on the inside, left hand outside. Take a breath in, low lunge. And then keep the right arm down, left arm to your hip. Turn to your left side. Left arm up over your shoulder. Hug your left hip into the middle. Find some space, rotate around. One more breath. Now find firmness in your, particularly in your front foot, big toes down. Look down, inhale, come up, water wheel. Exhale, find length. Reverse it if that's there for you today. Keep hugging your left hip to the midline. Good. Inhale, open up, baby. Warrior two. Right arm back, left arm forward. Spin your upper thighs outward. Squeeze your inner heels inward. Find your length. Inhale. And exhale. Good. So sometimes we hang out there and it becomes uncomfortable, both the silence and the feeling in our foot. Maria, check out your left knee. Try to bring it in line with your hip. Let it not roll inward. Squeeze your glutes, breathe. Good, inhale, reverse this. Pull your right hip towards your left knee, stretch the side of your body. Good, inhale, take your hands to the blocks or floor. Spin your back foot forward and straighten your front leg, fold over. Inhale for length. Exhale, fold. When I say length, it's usually in the spine. I'm looking for that length. And then we fold over.
Be conscious of how you're putting your foot. Obviously, if you have an injury, is another story, but if you're avoiding rolling onto your outer edge here, press your left big toe down as much as you can. Inhale, and exhale, fold and release. Inhale, rebend your front knee. Hands to the floor. Step back to three-legged dog. One more time. Should feel a little bit more open than the last time. Then 4 on the floor, down dog. Inhale, high plank, or stay in dog. Take push-ups or not. Roll over your toes, upward dog, and back to downward dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Rise onto your toes, bend your knees, look forward, take yourself to the top of your mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, bring your arms all the way up. Exhale, take the prayer to your heart. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, hands to floor, shins blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step, step, high plank, pause. Shift forward, inhale. Bend your elbows, exhale, pause. Inhale, upward dog, pause. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, bring your feet together, right leg in the air, open the hip and the knee. Exhale, step that foot through. Inhale, left hand down, floor or block. Right arm up, open, twist. Look down. Inhale, rise up, water wheel. Exhale, reverse the water wheel. Inhale, reverse it to opening warrior 2. Exhale. Inhale, reverse here. Exhale, bring your right hand on your thigh. Left arm up over your shoulder. 1 breath. And then bring your right hand in front of your right foot or to the side of it. Left hand can move to your hip if you need it for the moment. Can also use a block. And then begin to step up, half moon, balance, Arda, Chandrasana. Hugging your right hip to the midline. Left foot flexes away from you so the toes point towards your left side. Breathe. Good. So fingertips are on the floor or block to give you a little bit of space underneath your side body. And then allows you to open up your torso, open up your shoulders. Take another breath. Good. Now, as you exhale, bring your left hand down, square off your hips. Feel free to grab that block in the front of your body. Left hand stays on the block, right hand moves to your hip. Turn your torso to the right. Right arm up, reversing your half moon. Any variations? If you want to grab your foot, you want to curse me out, that's okay, I get it. Take another breath. Good, now bend your right knee, step back. If you have your hand on a block, just bring it back and come back into that twist. Right, we've been here several times. Exhale, hand down, straighten your front leg. Pull your right hip back, left hip forward. Hold and breathe. Inhale to bend your front knee. Right leg, three-legged dog. Hips squared, feet down. Stay or move through vinyasa. Bend your elbows. Roll up and through. Downward dog is where we meet. Feet together, back of the mat. Inhale, open up your left hip high in the sky. Exhale, look between your hands. Step it through. Right hand stays, left arm opens up. Inhale, look down. Exhale. Inhale, water wheel. Exhale, reverse that. Inhale, open up, warrior 2. Exhale, inhale, reverse that. Exhale, left hand on your thigh, side angle for a breath, and then decide how you want to make the entry into this next pose. Right hand on the hip or in the air, perhaps a block on the floor. So half moon, bringing your left hand to the side or in front of your left foot. Begin to float your right leg off the floor. And then begin to spin your torso. When you're satisfied that you're balanced, you've got your focus, your internal focus, your external gaze. Your breath is your guide. Find your half moon, hug your left hip towards the center. Really activate that left side body. That left hip, the whole entire side of your left body. One more breath here. Find a little bit more lift and length. Exhale, right hand comes down, square off your hips. Right hand can stay on the floor or a block. Left hand can move to your hip first. Just find your balance, find your focus. Left arm comes up and we twist. Revolved half moon pose. I mean, it's a really challenging pose, guys. I know. Breathe in and out. So find a little bit more space, one more breath. You can keep your left hand up or down. Step all the way back and find your lunge, twist. And then exhale, hand down, front leg straightens. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Yeah, I like the way the music picks up in this part where it's so challenging in that revolved half moon. Inhale and exhale. Rebend your front knee. Three-legged dog, left leg in the air. Four on the floor for your chaturanga or skip. We meet in downward facing dog. All right, once again, lift on your toes, right leg in the air, bend your knee, open up your hip. Bring your right knee to your chest, round curl, step it through. Face your left side of your mat for warrior two. Inhale and exhale. Good, reverse it, inhaling. Exhale, take side angle here. Take the arm, this time left arm behind your back. Grab a hold of your inner thigh, your back, your shirt, whatever you have. Some of you have a full bind, only if that left shoulder stays open. So you want to make sure that you're not hinging forward here. It doesn't create any opening, right? And this next pose requires us to stay open. If you're bound, you can try to stay with the back arm bound. Release your right arm in front of you or to the side and begin to shift your weight into the right leg, half moon. Either you're bound with your arm or you release your arm into the air, or you might even bind your foot, grabbing a hold of the foot ankle, toes, and open up. Your choice. Totally your choice. In fact, it might not be your own mental choice, but your body's choice. If you're holding on to anything bound, let's just release it into the traditional half moon. And then exhale, look down, left hand to the floor, block. And let's go ahead and reverse this one more time. Right arm up, torso gets long. So you really have to create the length in your torso to get any twist and any movement in your spine to the right side. One more breath, everybody. Keep your right arm up or put it at your hip. And let's step the left foot back 2 to 3 feet. Bring your left hand inside or outside of your right foot and spin open, revolved triangle. Breathe. Scissor hug your feet together. So the same pose as revolved half moon with our foot back on the floor. Hug your hips to center. Breathe. Inhale. Equally as challenging as revolved half moon. One more breath, everybody. Exhale, hands to the floor. Fold over your right leg. Adjust your feet if you need a little bit wider, a little bit shorter, longer. Lengthen your spine first. And then exhale, fold over your shin. Walk your hands forward, pull your hips back. Keeping length in the spine for now. Inhale, bring your hands to your hips, lengthen your spine up, rise up to stand. Good, stretch your arms overhead, bring your feet together, top of the mat, exhale, prayer to the heart. Bend your knees, sit your way back, take your left elbow outside right thigh, twist. Bend your knees, drop your hips, lift your belly, press your left arm to the outside of your thigh, your right thigh. Good, very nice. Good. Level off your hips. So drop your left hip back. Yeah. Good. Drop your seat a little bit lower, everybody, except Lori, I think. I'm looking. Oh, nice, Michelle. Good, guys. Awesome. Take another breath. Feel free to fly here if you want to go into your side crow. I'll stay upright today just to, I'll hang with you. Very nice. If you came to the crow, come back to your side chair. And then come back to center chair. Exhale, fold over, straighten your legs, separate your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Pause. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, roll up and over. And then find downward facing dog, hips up. Take a few moments to kind of settle in, bring the breath back, bring your thoughts back. And then have your feet come closer together. Lift your left leg in the air. Open up your hip. Exhale. Inhale, bring your knee to your chest. Shift forward. Exhale, step it through. Turn your right foot on its side. Warrior two. Inhale and exhale to settle. Inhale, reverse this. Exhale, left hand down. Side angle. Take your right arm back behind your back. Half or full bind. You choose. Stay for a few moments. Very nice. Check out your left knee. Don't let it rock in. Keep the knee in line with the second and third toe, in line with the hip. If you have a full bind, release the top arm so the right arm stays. Left arm comes down in front or on the side or onto a block. Half moon. Try it with a bind or not. Once you get there, stay for a moment, find your stability. Once you find stability, see if you want to take your arm back up in the air. Maybe you bend your top leg, reach for the foot, shin, ankle. And again, we don't want to close in, so we want to stay open. So if holding onto your foot closes you down, let go of it. Let go of the idea that you have to do it. If you're bound anywhere, release the right arm back in the air, release the right foot, breathe in. One more breath for length and strength. Exhale, right hand down, square your hips, grab your block if it's not there. Square it off, left hand to your hip. Turn to your left side, stack shoulders. Take your time moving in and out of these places. You know, it becomes a little bit of a dance. So moving pose to pose, transitioning, that's where the meditative part of this all lies. How we move from pose to pose. We don't just stick them there. Now you can keep your left hand up or down. Right foot steps back about 2 to 3 feet. If you have a block, put it inside or outside. You choose, again. Maybe you're on your foot or shin. Lengthening, so same pose now, only our foot is on the floor. So you'd think that would make it a whole lot easier, but it doesn't. Inhale and exhale. Keep reaching your head and tailbone in the same line. And then bring your right shoulder underneath your left. One more breath, everybody. Pull those knees up. Exhale, release. Fold over your left leg. Inhale. And exhale, fold a little deeper, walk your hands a little further out in front of you. Lengthen your spine. And exhale. Press your left big toe down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands to hips, rise up. Inhale, bring your arms overhead. Exhale, prayer to the heart, step your feet together, top of the mat. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, right arm outside, left thigh, twist. Now drop your seat low so your hips remain level. Lift your belly away from your thighs, top of the, above the elbow. Right, your triceps are hooked on the outside. Anything you choose to do with your arms is fine. Just get your hips nice and level. Nice, Karen, breathe. Nice and, there you go. Beautiful, guys. Beautiful. That's it. Don't be afraid to use blocks. Yeah, go into your side crow if that's where you'd like to go. Take the arm balance, don't take it. Good. Take another breath. Exhale if your feet are in the air, bring them down, come back to center. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Separate your feet hips width apart. Bend your knees enough that you can slide your hands all the way under your feet and give a little rest to your wrists. Big toes wrap around the wrist, look forward, inhale. And exhale, send the weight forward. So you're gonna feel like you're falling forward a little bit, but you are getting rid of some of that tension in the wrists. Shake out your head, yes or no. Inhale, halfway lift. Release your hands. Exhale, hands to your hips. Come up to standing. Release your arms down by your side. Bring your feet together. Close your eyes for a minute. Press your big toes down, little toes down, ball of the foot, heel. Energize your legs by lifting the knees up. Bring your tailbone underneath you. So not underneath Egg Brinley style, right? Just straight down towards the floor. Roll your shoulders back and around, spread your collarbones broad. Chin parallel to the floor. Legs are strong and active. Press down, lift up. Open up your eyes. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, open your arms, bend forward, touch the floor, shins or blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step, step, high plank pause. Shift forward, inhale, exhale, halfway down. Inhale, lift and up, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bring your right knee to the floor. Let's start with our right knee down. Keep your left leg back. Take your right arm forward. Balance, little bird dog balance here. Left leg off the floor. So make sure you're not dumping into your lower back here and creating that ski arch, that little ski slope. So draw your ribs to your belly, ribs to your hips, belly to your spine. Reach out, reach out, reach out. Then place the right arm down, turn onto your right side. Left leg out to the side, left arm up. Push your hand underneath you and lift the whole right side of your body up. Bend your top leg and reach behind you towards it. Maybe you grab it, maybe you don't. Choose if you want to keep it closer to your body or further away, opening up more shoulder, hip, a little bit more back bend. Inhale. Exhale, let go of the foot. Left foot down, left arm can stay up. Stay here, or perhaps lift your right knee up. Shoot it out underneath you, and come into a dancer's bridge, full and triangle. Exhale, left hand down, hips go squared, right leg back in the air, right leg opens back out, and then turn it forward, down dog, stay for a breath, inhale. Exhale just to your high plank, Lower your left knee. Right toes on the floor. Left arm reaches forward, thumb up. Right leg up. Lengthen away from each side. So everything moves away from your center point, thumb up to the sky. Reach and reach and reach. And pull your belly in so there's no arch ski slope in your mid-back. Good. Bring your left hand down. Right leg stays up. Right arm comes around as you turn to the right side. So we did this standing before. Lift the bottom side of your body up and in. Then bend your knee, reach behind you, grab a hold of the foot, keep the knee in line with the hip. And breathe, open up, open up, open up. You choose to be close to your buttocks or further away. What feels right for your body? Ooh. Is that a dog? Oh, hi. Apollo, yeah? Release it. Right leg down, right arm up. Choose to stay with this and just focus on, lifting. Or bring your left leg up. Extend it out. Fallen triangle. Lift your hip up. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, hand down. Left leg in the air, three-legged. Four on the floor. Let's take a final vinyasa here. Come forward. Bend your elbows. Upward. Aww. And downward facing dog. All right, I have to pin this on the screen. Hang in there, people at home. Find your downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. Let's see the puppy. You can see your screen, guys? Hi. Oh, it looks like he got big already. Say hi. Oh, we just love dogs. Okay. Awesome. All right. Back to reality. Inhale. And exhale. Shift forward into an upward dog with your toes still tucked underneath you. And then lay your belly onto the floor. Rise onto your forearms, Sphinx Pose. Now you'll never get away from the mat. So in your Sphinx Pose, lift your belly button up and in. You're above your hip bones. You're resting just above that triangle, or you're below your hip bones. You're above the triangle or the top of your pubic bone. So your belly is off the floor, basically. Take another breath. Good. Exhale, come down. Stay on your belly. Bring your hands underneath your head. Let your head rest on your hands. And turn your toes in and let your hips shift side to side. So just release the hips, release some of the tension for a moment. Return to the center, bend your right knee. Take your right hand, reach forward, and then reach for the back of your foot. Hold on to the inside so your thumb is up to the sky. Try to move your right hip closer to your left hip and just begin to kick your leg up. Breathe in, breathe out. So we held onto our foot before, a couple different times. Try not to lean onto your side, try to keep it squared. And then let it come down, bring the heel towards your buttocks. Release your foot, release your hands, let your head rest. Inhale, lift your chest, bend your left knee. Reach your left arm back behind you, grab on the inside of your foot, and then kick the foot up. So this is like doing dancer's pose standing. Kick away, kick away, kick away. And then let it go. All the dogs are coming out. Turn your toes in, let your head come down. Turn your toes forward. Inhale, bring your arms by your side, palms down, lift your chest up. Bend both knees. Now, reach both hands on the outside of your foot. Before you lift your legs up, bring your feet closer together, your knees closer together. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Push down through your pubic bone. And then kick your legs up, lift your chest up, and find both directions lifting up. Kick up, lift up, kick up, lift up. A little higher, a little higher, a little higher. Breathe in. And as you exhale, let it all go. Push back to child's pose. Let your hips sink back to your heels. Reach your arms all the way out in front of you. Get nice, release, long spine. Inhale, rise up, and just bring your legs forward. So I'm just going to change my mat a little bit. Shift your legs out in front of you, and then lay down on your back. We'll do one more back bend here. So I'll give you a couple choices. You can do your bridge, supported or not, any of the heights of the block. Or if you feel that your back is prepared, go into your full wheel. So let's all start just in the basic. Heels in line with the sitting bones, arms reach out. Tilt your pelvis, pubic bone points up. Now you choose what you want to do here. Oh, I almost hit myself. Lift your hips up. Maybe you're on the highest part of the block because you have a little bit more space. Maybe you're on the lowest. Maybe you're just in a bridge. Or hands come by your shoulders. Rest on your head for a breath and then lift up, bringing your feet in closer. Hug your hips towards center line. Pushing through the arms and the feet. Try to stay for 5 breaths wherever you are. Good, try, that's it, Maria, good. If you're up, come on down slowly, top of the head, upper, mid, lower back. If you're on a block, remove the block and hug your knees to your chest. Let's take a happy baby pose. Rock side to side. You can hold your big toe, your outer edge, bottom of your foot under your thighs. And then open your legs into a straddle. Hands can hold your feet or your calves, inner thighs. And then lengthen your tailbone on the floor, so you don't want your hips up in the air right now. And then take your hands on the inside of your thighs to roll them out a little bit. Flex your feet like the walls are closing in on you. Belly to spine, ribs to hips. Inhale. Bring your hands together in prayer. Exhale, head and shoulders lift up. Reach your hands in. Reach, reach, reach a little higher, a little higher, a little higher. Then bring your legs and arms up. And then if you want to lift your hips up, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees in. Take your feet onto the mat, as wide as the mat. Pinky edges at the edge. Inhale, let your knees fall right. If you want a block underneath your knees, that's fine. But if it happens to be there, use it. See how it feels. If you'd also like, right leg on top of left thigh. Open your arms to a T. Good. Come back to center. If your leg's not crossed, we're going to cross the right leg all the way over the left leg. Shift the hips right, let the knees fall left. Again, have a block underneath your legs and between your legs. You can uncross the legs. And if the legs are crossed, uncross them. Come back to center. Hug your knees to your chest. Head and shoulders lift, round and curl. And lower your head. Lower your feet back to the edges of the mat. Allow the knees fall to the left. Left ankle above the right knee. That's only if you would like. Open your arms to a T. My palms are open. You can choose to have your palms down.
Inhale back to your center. If your legs cross, just cross it all the way over. Move your hips left, let your knees fall to the right. Uncross your legs to come back to center. Hug the knees to the chest. Place your feet on the floor. Take your block back on its lowest side as we started. Lift your hips up. Place your hips on the block. One leg at a time, stretch your legs into the air. Let your body weight settle into the block. Breathe. Now, you can totally take your final pose here. Legs up the wall. You can even have your legs up the actual wall if you have one nearby. Or if it's too much keeping your legs in the air, doesn't feel right to you, you can bring your feet down, lower your legs. You can take it off the block for your final Shavasana as well. So spend the next few moments here in whatever peaceful position is speaking to you right now, right? Could be, every one of us might look completely different. Release the glutes, so let everything just melt into your block or your mat. And give your body permission to completely surrender, let go. Scan your body, notice any tension that might remain in your body, and direct your breath to those areas. Let go. You have the opportunity to stay longer, turn off the sound, just stay on your backs. Or begin to bring yourself back into the awareness of your time, your space. Deepen your breath. Make subtle movements through your fingers and toes. And gently draw your knees up to your chest. Take yourself onto either side. Make your way back up to a comfortable seat. Bring your hands to your heart center. Om Shanti 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 Om. Peace, peace, peace.
all. Now as we bow down to each other, to the light, the peace, the goodness, the love, the beauty within, namaste. Satnam, go in peace. If you're still home, stay home, stay fit, stay healthy. Get vaxxed, wear a mask.